bars and rods and claws, mechanical arm that was programmed, and he connect through internet. He was doing some gestures, he was moving his hand, and the same movement was being replicated by the robot thousands of miles away. So that was some of the first experiments with the robot. Now, what is
Sir,
a
but
robot?
how? Sir, but
Yeah,
how? Like he
we'll
had
see
a
how.
robotic hand. Award.
Yeah,
He
we'll
had
see
a
how.
robotic hand.
We
Sir,
will see
there
what
is
is a robot that
sir,
makes it work.
sir,
Yes.
there is one robot. Its name is Standard 2. It was made from NASA to go in the volcanoes to see what was in there.
Ah, yes, yes,
That
yes.
is
Okay. Now
that is Standard 2.
we are
I
going to
said that.
learn about how robots actually work. Okay, how many of you in your biology class have learned how about sense organs and the central nervous system? How many of you know about the central nervous system? Have you learned that yet, or
We learned, but I forgot it, guys.
okay, you
We
learned?
have learned but not detail.
Okay, well, how does locomotion happen? How do you walk?
Sir, we
The
have
blood from the circulatory
we have
system transfers in the nerves.
we have learned locomotion by for animals, not us.
Yeah, okay, fine. You tell me for an animal.
Sir, it happens like our the brain gives the like the power to the nerves and the nerves.
Ah, yes. Like, let's say this is my hand and I want to scratch my cheek like this. So, okay, first I will think, okay, I want to scratch my cheek. So you don't say it actually, you don't speak what you are thinking. So you just, okay, oh, yeah, I want to scratch my cheek. Then your brain tells, okay, tells your hand, okay, no, go to the cheek and scratch it like this. So first and this is a voluntary movement. Some of the movements are involuntary. They happen without your control, but it is happening with the control from your brain. Your brain is controlling that. You do not wish to do that action, like blinking of your eye. If someone comes and tries to slap you, you'll do like this. So these are all involuntary movement. It is being controlled by the brain. It has been programmed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like that. Okay. So
Sir, sometimes we want to touch some hot things, but we want to touch it for longer time, but the head tells to not.
yes, that is a reflex
Voluntary
action.
actions happen.
Yes, you know, you cannot hold it for long, throw it away. So with this is, so in the similar way, the robots are designed with similar things to make them work automatically and make them take decisions. So we will learn that, but before that, we are going to learn about the types of robots that are there. So the we have a humanoid robot, a robot arm, non-humanoid robot. So these are the basic, the general categorization of robots. Humanoid robots look like a robot. Sorry, look like human beings. Look like human beings. So this is a humanoid robot. This one. This is a humanoid.
Yes.
Okay, this is a humanoid. Okay, now.
It looks like an astronaut.
Somewhat like a human being. Okay, and this is a robotic arm. This one is a robotic arm.
Iron Man has
hydraulic
this.
train.
Iron Man has many. Iron Man. Yes, sir.
It looks like a human arm. It looks like your hand, and it does all the tasks that your hand can do. And what is a non-humanoid robot is? It is just
It does not look.
a
It does
circular
not
thing.
look like a human.
It can be of any shape, but it can do some tasks for you. So three types: humanoid, robot arm, and non-humanoid. Now,
Sir, like modern vacuum cleaner like that. Right?
have you seen a humanoid robot?
Yeah, Sophia.
Okay, I'm going to show you a humanoid robot. Look at this.
Sir, can you do full screen?
You see how it is moving its fingers, how it is moving its fingers, and moving like this, and walking with its legs. Okay, so that was a humanoid. Now, Dubai police is going to replace humans in the traffic department with these robots. So they're going to have these robots as traffic policemen. So they can stand in the sun for the whole day, for the whole night, without getting tired, without having to eat anything, without having to drink anything. They can work non-stop. Okay.
Sir, they should
Sir,
put
but
in
they
military also, sir. They should put
need
in military
electric
also, so
energy.
people don't die.
Yes, yeah, who was that? Who was saying something?
Yes, sir, Abdullah. Sir,
Yes, Abdullah.
they should put this robot in military army also. So the people die. So the people die. So
Yes,
your
yes.
robots can
It's
fight.
happening. It is already happening. It is already happening. They
Sir,
are
I
all,
want to ask,
yes, yes.
sir, these robots are going to be remote controlled or their own functioned and programmed?
Yes, they can be remote controlled also, and they are pre-programmed. They have sensors. We are going to learn about how these robots react. How these robots react to the environment. So we will learn about
Sir,
that.
this white color robot this picture it's of Honda.
Yes. Okay. Now robotic arm. Sometimes, okay, we do most of the work with using our hands. If you want to pick something, you want to put something, you want to maybe use a screwdriver to open
Eat
something or
something.
tighten something. So you use your hand. So many of the factories, they have these robotic arms to do the work automatically. To for automation, they have used these robotic arms. We will see a video about car manufacturing unit later, how these robotic arms actually work. Now, non-humanoid robots, how many of you have seen, who can give me an example of
Sir,
a non-humanoid robot?
me,
Tell me.
A
vacuum cleaner robot.
Yes, sir. A room cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner robot.
Room cleaner,
Air
and also
conditioners.
how many of you have a Siri or Alexa at home?
Yeah, sir, I was going to say that only.
Siri.
Siri and
Yes.
Alexa.
So that is also a robot. How many of you have seen this robot? Let me show you.
Sir,
Sir,
me,
I've seen,
sir, Miko,
sir, I've seen.
Miko. Sir, I have seen Miko.
Sir,
I
I've
also
seen
have seen.
advertisement. Sir, there is
In
Miko.
my app,
Look
please.
what all it can do. Look at what all it can do.
Sir, can you play from beginning? We did not hear.
Good morning, Rowan. Good morning, Miko.
Sir, can you share your screen sound?
Oh.
You can hear.
But it's very faint.
Is it good now?
Be a superhero without having vegetables.
Yeah.
Are my friend, companion. Make me feel like why we go down here. Miko, I'm back. Mama, which is the tallest mountain in India? I don't know. Ask Miko. Now come Kanchenjunga. Thank you, Miko. Under the trees, together in starlight. Wow, trees are the lungs of our planet. It's time for your football match. Oh yeah, I know you'll be there for me. Hey Miko, today I scored 2 goals. Ah, congratulations. I know you'll be there for me. Sirius is the brightest star. Are you serious?
Sir, show the Miko 2 coming soon.
Miko 2 has already launched. Miko 2 has already launched from when?
Yes. So this
But
is
show
also
na,
a
sir.
robot. So Miko is
Are
also.
you know what is Miko?
Okay. Now, inshallah, next year we will get an Arduino board and try to make a robot. You know what is an Arduino board?
Yes, sir. We did programming on that board on the Arduino board.
Sir, we blinked a light with
Yes, sir. We
Arduino
clicked
code
the
that
lights on the Arduino board.
Okay. So
that
what jobs
SOS
can
signals.
robots? If I tell Ibrahim,
Sir, what
Ibrahim,
is Arduino board?
where is Munib, by the way? Where's Munib? I cannot see him.
Munib bhai, weren't you there in our previous school in robotics? We did program.
I don't remember.
Okay. Okay, guys. Oh, Ibrahim, if I tell Ibrahim, I will give you a job, and your task will be to sweep the floor of this room for the whole day. You sweep once, go back, sweep again, go back, sweep again, and you have to do this for the whole day. Because we want to keep the room clean or keep the hall clean. So will you not get bored? Yes, you will
You
get bored.
will.
You might get tired. Okay, so repetitive task, it may get boring. So robots can do repetitive tasks without getting bored. So robots are employed
Like vacuum cleaner, the modern vacuum cleaner.
to do
It's just a
repetitive tasks.
circle.
There can be robots for cleaning tasks, detailed work. Human beings tend to make they are not very accurate. They are not very accurate, but robots, if you program them, they can work very accurately, and they know exactly where to punch a hole, where to put a screw, and where to move, how much to move. They know exactly. We'll see a video of a car manufacturing unit, how the works actually happen there, but after some time. Okay, robots can also be employed to do dangerous work. Now imagine if you were to send a human being with a camera to Mars. Can you bring him back?
Sir, we can
Can you bring him
do
back?
like
No. So that
volcano
is
also.
why scientists, the astronauts, or not exactly the astronauts, the scientists in NASA, they designed a robot and sent it to Mars to do the research for them. How many of you have seen the video of Perseverance landing on the moon?
Yes,
Yes,
that
sir.
it has 6 wheels. Just
All of you
6
have
wheels.
seen?
Yes, sir. It is
All of-
NASA, sir.
Who has not
Sir,
seen?
I
Tell
have seen of India one.
India.
Seen
Who
of
has not
India.
seen? Who has not seen Anas? Amina, have you
Sir,
seen?
No, sir.
I've not
Yes,
seen.
I have not.
Okay. So
Sir, I've
let,
also not.
let me show it to you then. Watch
NASA's
this.
Perseverance rover has landed on Mars, and now we get to see video of the landing and hear audio recorded on the surface of Mars for the very first time. After zooming through space for nearly 7 months, Perseverance landed on Mars on February 18th. In the final minutes before landing, NASA control showed animations of the rover descending through the Martian atmosphere, deploying its parachute, and then finally touching down. We even got to see the very first still images taken by Perseverance on the Martian surface. It took some time for video to get beamed back from Mars, but now we've been given a front row seat to see how it all went down, thanks to cameras packed on board. There are actually 23 cameras on board the Perseverance rover. They're designed to do everything from helping with navigation to detecting hazards. There's even a cache cam just to give us a view of rock samples collected from the planet's surface. But among all that hardware, NASA packed in 6 cameras dedicated to recording full color video of the entry, descent, and landing from every possible angle. There were cameras mounted on the protective back shell of the spacecraft, which gave us a view of the parachute during entry. Then there was a camera mounted on the descent stage looking down onto the rover, as well as a camera on the rover looking back up to the descent stage as they parted ways. Finally, a camera mounted on the bottom of the rover captured footage looking down on Mars as the rover landed. All these cameras showed us the entry, descent, and landing in amazing detail, from the spacecraft's heat shield dropping away down to the dust blowing on the surface of Mars as the rover descended. And it was one hell of a ride. NASA calls the 7 minutes it takes to go through the atmosphere and land on Mars the 7 minutes of terror. Why such a terrifying name? Well, that entry, descent, and landing is where a lot of things can go wrong. Think of it this way. After taking off, Perseverance was just zooming through the vacuum of space, safe in its protective aeroshell. But to land on Mars, it has to slow down fast. When Perseverance reached the Martian atmosphere, it was traveling at about 20,000 kilometers or 12,500 miles an hour. When it was about 12 kilometers above the surface of Mars, that's when we got confirmation that Perseverance had deployed its massive 70-foot wide parachute. And thanks to cameras built on the spacecraft, we got to see it happen. Once the parachute started slowing things more rapidly, the heat shield separated, exposing cameras on the rover itself, meaning the rover could see Mars for the first time. And that's when things got really clever. Perseverance's landing site, Jezero Crater, is about 28 miles wide and full of rocky boulders and steep cliffs. NASA couldn't guide the rover from here on Earth. The communication delay would be too long. So the spacecraft used something called terrain relative navigation to capture images of the Martian surface and compare them to maps of Jezero Crater to find the best place to land. In the final seconds before touchdown, when Perseverance was about 20 meters above the surface, it did what's known as the sky crane maneuver, where the rover itself was lowered down from the descent stage on a set of cables, getting its legs and wheels ready to land. And then boom, touchdown. Perseverance had landed. The rover had one more surprise in store. Before launch, NASA installed a microphone on Perseverance to capture the sounds of the mission. Sadly, a communication error meant we didn't get any audio of the landing itself, but NASA did manage to capture audio on the surface of the red planet after the rover had landed. You can hear the sound of the rover whirring away, and then in the background, the sound of Martian winds.
Do you hear that?
When NASA tuned out the sounds of the rover,
No, we cannot hear that.
Very faint.
first sounds recorded on Mars. And the good news is there's still more footage to come. If everything goes to plan, we'll see images of Perseverance roving around on Mars, surveying the red planet and collecting its rock samples as it searches for signs of ancient life. And then we'll hopefully see another big first, the launch of the Ingenuity helicopter, Perseverance's very own autonomous drone, and the first spacecraft humans will ever fly on another world. There is so much more to get out of this mission, and back here on Earth, we all have a front row seat. If you're just as excited as we are about this whole rover mission, drop a rocket emoji in the comments below. And remember to stay tuned to CNET. We'll have plenty more space news for you, including that very exciting Ingenuity helicopter flight coming soon.
Okay. Okay. So that was a Mars mission which could be dangerous if humans were sent in that spacecraft instead of a robot. Okay. Other dangerous things can be manual scavenging. You know what is scavenging? Do you know what are manholes? You don't know what are manholes? Okay, let me show you a picture of a manhole.
Yeah.
Do you know what is this?
What?
Do you know what is this?
Yes, gutter.
Gutter.
Yes,
Gutter
sir.
This is not, this is a
Yes,
manhole.
sewer.
Here is inside this. It flows inside
Why
this.
are they calling? Why do they call it a manhole?
There is a tunnel.
Who
Then
asked me
it
that
is
question?
sewer now, where sewage goes everything.
Who asked me that question? Why do we call it a manhole?
Rushda.
Rashda.
Was that Anas?
No, Rushda.
No, sir.
Rashda.
Okay, Rushta. Rushta, because these holes are meant for the maintenance of the sewer. So these holes are big enough so that a man can enter it from the top right inside and he can do the cleaning inside. Okay, so that is why it is called a manhole. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Rushda, tell me, do you like the idea of a human being going inside and doing the cleaning work? Is it
No.
all right? Okay, so
But people do it for to make a living for their family.
yes, but you know, nowadays with the help of a robot, it is very easy to do these work with the help of automated robots.
Yes, that strange.
Sir, but this man
But there's
will
strange
always
truck
pop up in the road.
I couldn't get any one of you.
That strange truck comes and cleans the sewer.
Strange truck.
Yes,
Yes, what-
yellow color ka truck comes.
Okay, that is the municipal
That's
truck.
yellow
The sewer. Yes. So that is happening in the big cities, in the metropolitan cities, that the municipality have a machine or a truck that cleans the sewer. Now we are going to see an innovation in Coimbatore, wherein the cleaning is done by a robot. Have a look at this. This is the manhole. Now this is the arm. This is the arm of the robot. This one is the arm. Look how it is being operated. Yeah, the arm is going inside. Look at that. It is like a human arm. It is going inside. This guy is the engineer. He's a robotics engineer. scavenging is already banned by Supreme Court by MS Act. And our government of India and all state governments are taking good actions against this manual scavenging. Okay, so that was how robots could help eliminate manual scavenging, which is dangerous and not dignified for a human being. We don't like a human going inside that manhole and cleaning it for us. No one would like that. Okay, and this is the difference between robots and humans. You have this book. You can refer to this page. It is page number 8 in your book, and you can check the difference. Now, robots are used in the car industry.
Sir, you have not given us the book, sir.
Yeah, it was already given. It is uploaded in Google Classroom. You can check it then, or I'll give it to you again. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so just a moment. Mandela group. I'll give it to you right away. Okay, so you have that now. You can download it after the class. So, you see the big cars that you have, are they manufactured by human beings or are they assembled by human beings? Are they? No. The entire assembling of a car is done by a set of robots. The assembling is done with the help of a robotic system, okay, and including the painting.
The first program the robot with.
Sorry, what did you say?
Sir, the robot needs to be first programmed how to make a car, no?
Yes.
Like other types of cars, they are
Yes.
Yes. Change the program to make the.
So there is an area where the car is clean, right?
Yes. Now look at this video and just look at the precision with which robots work.
Robots and factory automation solutions.
This is the Audi factory. The Audi car is being manufactured here.
FANUC is present in 120 countries, including Hungary, assisting key sectors like the automotive industry. For example, at the Audi Hungary Motor Limited factory in Zsor, where they are developing and manufacturing cars for the Audi AG and the Volkswagen Group. Audi Hungary is one of the companies with the largest turnover and export in Hungary, producing 2 million engines.
Look at that.
135,000 cars.
Now, you will see how the car is assembled.
In our experience, FANUC robots
The Audi
work
car.
reliably at our factory. We are constantly improving our production and install robots to reach our targets. In environments where we need to work with high pressure or temperature, the robots are up to the task and deliver quality standards, which would not be possible with human machining. Essentially, robots are used for applications too difficult for humans, or where rapid machining is required. Our colleagues like working together with robots.
Sir, these are robot hands.
Yes, these are robot
It's
arms.
very important to program
Look at
these
that, a
robots
brand new
correctly.
shining Audi rolls out.
It's usually not the robot that causes them, but in proper programming.
It's not yet covered and colored.
Regarding this, I'd like to highlight
Was colored, white color it was.
dependable. We have a very good
But
experience.
then we need color. Like
This
it
is
was
color, this
silver
one is
before.
colored.
Look, white color what it got it.
But before that, it was silver. On that, we need paint. You can't understand.
Yes. Now we are going to learn about a very important part of a robot, a very important system. We have sensors, controllers, and actuators in a robot. Now these makes up of a robot. Sensors are that works as a sensory organ for robot. Before you do something, or you react to an environment. Let's say you want to leave hot a hot object from your hand. So what senses that the object is hot? Your hands, your skin. So your skin senses. So we similarly we have sensors for the robots. The cameras, they act as the eyes, and they have sensors that checks the proximity, what is near it, a hot object or a cold object, whether there is an object, how far is the object. So these sensors help robots to sense, and then they sense the signals to the controller, that is the brain of the robot, from where the robot decides, okay, what needs to be done, and it sends the signal back to the actuators. The actuators, the
Sir,
actuators.
even vending.
Yes, it tells the actuators, okay, you should move right, left, up, down, or or you need to do some job. That is, do welding, or it could be opening something, or closing something, or just tapping something. So it could be anything. All right. Now
Sir,
these
even vending machine have sensors.
yes. Okay. Now we
Yeah,
are going.
even vending machine have sensors. They sense if
Yes, yes. Now, the control system in a robot, it helps to control or let
heating.
the robot decide whether a condition is met or not. You remember the condition box in the flow chart? Do you remember? Amina, do you remember?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the condition box, what does it do?
Sir, decision box.
Yeah, decision box or condition box, anything. It is also
Sir,
called.
where is
It will ask
decision
a
box?
question or something.
Yes. So,
Choice.
so what actually happens inside the decision box or the decision area? Now, let's say you want to set a desired temperature in your room. Your air condition has this control system. So now, let's say you have set the temperature to 20 degrees. 20 degrees, or let's say 25 degrees. Now, the controller will be connected to the switch and the heater. Now, the feedback mechanism or the control mechanism will check, okay, if the computer, if the temperature is at 25 degrees, if it is not, it will send the signal to the controller. The controller will switch on the AC, and the compressor will start functioning, and it will cool the room. It will cool the room and bring down the temperature to 25. Now again, the sensor will check, okay, the temperature is fine, it is 25, we don't need any more cooling. So it will tell the controller, no, it's okay, the temperature is fine. So the controller will tell the switch, okay, switch it off, switch off the compressor, we do not want any more cooling. So the cooling coil will be turned off, and now, so it continuously checks, okay, now when the temperature starts rising again, the feedback is sent to the controller. The computer has again gone up, it is 27. Again the controller will tell the switch, okay, you switch on the compressor, bring down the temperature. So this continues, this goes on and on and on and on and on and on. This happens the whole day till the time you have,
Until you off, until you
until
off
you
the.
stop using the machine, stop using your AC. Okay. So this is
Yes, sir.
all we had
Sure.
for today. It
Yes.
is already time. Next year, in the next class, we will design a simple robot. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Anyone?
sir. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Anyone has any questions, or we end the class?
Bye,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Bye
Bye,
bye.
sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum